What's up, my Century Unit? It's the Sentiment here. So this is my predictions for WWE Night of Champions 2023, the first Night of Champions for 8 years. The last Night of Champions show was in 2015, and then suddenly they kind of rebranded as Clash of Champions in 2016. And once again, this is a Saudi Arabia show. I don't really talk about WWE pay-per-views in Saudi Arabia. To be honest, I reviewed Elimination Chamber 2022 of last year because that show was in Saudi Arabia. Besides that, I just don't talk about it. I don't like do my predictions for WWE Crown Jewel or Super Showdown. To be frankly, they just to be honest, they're just basically glorified house shows with no proper stakes. It's just what it is. I don't want to talk about it anyway. So a lot of wrestling of this weekend. We've got this show, Night of Champions 2023, NXT Battleground, and AEW's Double or Nothing. I'm doing a predictions video for Double or Nothing. That will be probably, maybe, it might not be tomorrow, but on Saturday, because I think the show's on a Sunday. This show's on a Saturday, alongside NXT Battleground. Anyway, so we got about 7 matches on the card. We got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 championship matches on the show, and 2 non-title matches. So the first match to predict for WWE Night of Champions 2023, we got Becky Lynch taking on Trish Stratus. This is Trish Stratus' first pay-per-view match. I call it a pay-per-view. I don't really call it a premium live event. Anyway, so this is Trish's first pay-per-view match as a heel for almost 20 years. I'm gonna go with Trish Stratus. I don't think Becky needs to win because if Trish wins, I'll be fine because at this moment in time, I don't think it will hurt Becky in the long run because at this moment in time, Becky Lynch is an established star. I don't think it's gonna hurt her momentum, but I want to see Trish having that proper run as a heel because we haven't seen heel Trish for almost 20 years. To be frank with, for her age, I think she's in a I think she's in a mid to late 40s. She can still go, even though it might be her last run as a professional wrestler. But I want to see Trish winning a belt probably later on in 2023. So yeah, I predict Trish getting the victory over Becky Lynch. Demand. So the next match, the first championship match to predict on this predictions video. This is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley taking on Natalya. Trying to keep these predictions short and simple. I'm going to go with Rhea Ripley because she didn't really defend the belt at Backlash a few weeks ago. It's funny, like the Becky and Trish was not at Backlash because I'm guessing they're saving this for this show in Saudi Arabia because that show was in Puerto Rico. Anyway, let's get back to this match. Rhea Ripley versus Natalya. This is likely a filler feud for Rhea. I don't want to see Natalya winning the belt because no disrespect to Natalya. I think Natalya at this time she needs to leave, man. I think she, no disrespect, I think she's a good worker. To be honest, I think the problem is she doesn't really like personality. She lacks personality and charisma. Maybe it has to do with the Hart family because the Hart family don't really do personalities. They don't focus more on character. They're known for their wrestling, but it's just what it is. But I don't think Natalya is gonna win the belt. I think that's completely stupid. Yeah, they're kind of stupid having like their champions. We'll get to the Raw Women's title match shortly, but having her on, I think she's on Raw, and Bianca's on SmackDown. I don't know what they do with it. It's not like years ago they have the New Day and the Street Profits swapping belts. It's just completely stupid. I wish they just like structured their draft They need to stop doing these draft lotteries and just go back doing drafts like you got Raw, and SmackDown guys fighting for draft pick points. My apologies, fighting for points. Anyway, so I go with Rhea, being Natalia. I think that at this moment in time, I think Rhea. I can see her breaking away from the Judgment Day. I think she gained so much momentum. I can see 2023 be Rhea's best year for her because so far in her run in the main roster, she was kind of like falling to mediocrity. I think the stuff with the Judgment Day, it was a career revival for her. She's young. I think she's about 20. She's gonna be 27 this October. She's married to Buddy Matthews, and right now, Buddy Matthews in AEW with the House of Black. That could be. I know that could be a potential faction match in a really fantasy prediction match. Judgment Day versus the House of Black, but that's never gonna happen. But anyway, so let's move on to the next match. So the next match, this is for the Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Asuka. Asuka, she needs to turn heel, man. I don't know why. This is the rematch from WrestleMania 39 in April. I think Asuka needs to win the belt. I think Bianca's time as the Raw Women's Champion is at an end. I don't know who you're gonna take the belt. If Bianca retains, I think it'd be cool, but I'd rather have Asuka winning. I think Asuka as a heel, I think I give the belt to Asuka, man. I feel like she's very marketable. Some people they're gonna blame her for her age because Asuka at this moment in time, she's like 40, soon to be 42 years of age. She'll be too old, but I think that's bullshit because Asuka is like a good worker. She's funny. Even though like she's not like a great talker, her shouting in Japanese, it's a bit funny. But I think like her, give Asuka like that heel run she never had. I think Bianca's time, because at this moment in time, I think Bianca is an established star. I think she hold the belt for almost a year or a year and a half. I think Asuka, her last run kind of flopped. Didn't really like cut the mustard. So anyway, she won the belt. Last year in April 2022, she hold the belt for like 13 months. I think this is the time for a title change. So I don't know if Asuka is on Raw or this is very confusing. I wish they just like changed the names of the women's belts. Don't bring back the Divas belts. Just call it like the I don't know. Nah, I can't. I don't know what you officially call it. New Gem Championship. You can call it the WWE Women's Championship and the Women's New Gem Championship. That's just me, but anyway, so let's move on to the next match. So the next match, this is for the Intercontinental Championship. Gunther, the leader of Imperium, defending the belt against Mustafa Ali. I'm gonna keep it short and simple. I'm gonna go with Gunther retaining the belt on the show. Mustafa Ali, no. I think he's just kind of there because of the Saudi Arabia people. Even though I think he's from Pakistan. He held the belt for almost a year now. He won the belt on the 10th of June. Pulling the belt, Mustafa Ali, no, I don't see him winning it. I think he needs to get released, man. I don't know what the big deal for Mustafa Ali. This is rumors back in 2019 that he's gonna beat Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. That'd be like effing stupid because no disrespect the guy. I don't know. He's just not really a WWE guy. He's more like an indie guy. I don't know, like a Chikara or I don't know, ROH. I don't know, man. He's just kind of like doesn't fit the mold. Yeah, they're giving him this major push. The Retribution group in 2020. It flopped. He's kind of like floundering a bit. He's just an announcement talent at this moment in time. So I don't see Gunther winning. I don't see Gunther dropping the title. I can see Gunther remain the Intercontinental Champion for a long time until don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know who you're gonna beat. What kind of wrestler's gonna beat Gunter? I don't know. Probably Sheamus or Drew. I don't know. I think I don't want to see this Gunter Drew, Sheamus rivalry. Been there, done that. Let's move on. Anyway, so let's move on to the next match. So the next match, this is for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens defending the belt against Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa of the Bloodline. I don't want to see Roman winning the belt. He's still the undisputed champion. I think he's very close of the 1,000th day as the, undisputed WWE champion or WWE Universal Champion, whatever you call it. I would rather keep the belts onto Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I could see the Usos getting involved. I think this is the leading up to the breakup of the Bloodline. It's been around for almost 1 year, not 1 year. I think it was about 2.5 years. I'm not too sure. The Bloodline's been around since July of 2021. It's been around for almost 2 years. I think it's time. I could see Roman drawing the belt probably at SummerSlam. So yeah, I keep Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens as the tag team champions. It needs to move on with them against the Bloodline. They've been feuding since the start of the year. Since the Rumble to Elimination Chamber to WrestleMania, maybe Backlash. Now this. I think it's time to move on. Let's I don't know what's next. I could see the next match on the pay-per-view, probably at Money in the Bank. Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa taking on the Usos. That'll be a good match, but never say never. So let's move on to the next match. So the next match, we got Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. This is the rematch from Backlash. I don't think this match is going to happen because I've seen this on Raw that Brock broke in the arm of Cody with the Kimura. I can see Brock getting his win back. I don't want to see this. This rivalry should end. Cody got the victory. Let's move on to put Cody back into the world title match. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. I can see Brock losing. I'd be shocked if Brock lose again. I think at this moment in time, Brock is a part-timer. I can see him coming back at SummerSlam, probably save it at SummerSlam or Money in the Bank. I think he'll probably do the blow-off at Money in the Bank because the show's in London. That'll be in June, later on in June. So I don't know, man. This is one or the other, so I'm gonna go with Cody getting the victory. You have to rebuild Cody because, so far I guarantee they're gonna do Cody and Roman, but I don't mind seeing a triple threat match. Cody, Roman and Brock. Even though it's a triple threat match, I don't want to see Roman and Brock again. We've already done it last year in 2022, but you could fresh things up again. But even though that was really a good match, at WrestleMania, but I can see Cody winning the belt. And then what's next? I can see Cody having good, fresh feuds as the undisputed champion. I don't know. I think they're gonna get rid of the undisputed championship. So that's another story, another time. I don't want to talk about it in this prediction video. So let's move on to the main event. Likely this is the main event. This is the selling off point of the show. This is for the Revival World Heavyweight Championship. Seth freaking Rollins taking on AJ Styles, the leader of the OC. I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins, man. I like AJ. Don't get me wrong. If AJ wins, that's fine. But this OC shit is stupid. Why they still continue to do that? It's never going to work with AJ. AJ should never be in that group. I know he's part of the Bullet Club back in the mid 2010s, but he doesn't really fit the group. He just doesn't fit the group properly. He's better off, I don't know, doing his own thing. I think it was better. It kind of worked if they had Balor in that group, but at this moment in time, times change. But look at the group. You got AJ, you got Mia Yim, you got Gallows and Anderson. I think AJ needs to do her own thing. I think Mia Yim needs to. I think Mia Yim's. I don't know. This is the problem with Mia Yim. Like, I don't see her going to AEW because at this moment in time, AEW had plenty of good, talented wrestlers. But I want to see Mia just do her own thing. You know, whether it's feuding with Rhea or Bianca or Asuka, whoever is the Raw Women's Champion. But yeah, this OC stuff needs to be broken up, man. It's going nowhere. You know, I'm gonna say AJ lost so much momentum, man. I feel sorry. It's not just like in 2022. I think it's since 2018 when AJ dropped the belt to Daniel Bryan. I think AJ lost so much of his momentum, and it's hard to regain that momentum. You know, yeah, like teaming up with Gallows and Anderson, reform the club, failed. Teaming up with Omos, failed. Despite I think he was the United States champion and he was the Raw Tag Team champion with Omos, but besides that, it's not really caught fire. And then the stuff with last year, well, feuding with not feuding with AJ, feuding with Edge and the Judgment Day, it did not work. You know, I don't know. I think AJ's time in WWE is nearly at an end. You know, I don't know, man. I don't think he ain't going back to Impact Wrestling because they can't afford him. I could see him like have one more run in AEW, part of the Elite, but I think his time in WWE is nearly at an end. He's been in the company for 7 years. I think he was WWE champion. He was United States champion. I think he was twice. The Raw Tag Team champion. Did he what? I know he was. Did he won the Intercontinental champion? AJ? I don't think he was Intercontinental champion. You know, I don't know. Like, I think that's the only title that it's eluded AJ. You know, in his so far in his run in WWE, you know, he's been world champion, mid card champion, tag team champion. Yeah, he was a triple crown champion in WWE. You know, but you know, let me check. But yeah, yeah, this is AJ's titles in WWE. Yeah, two-time WWE champion. Yeah, he was Intercontinental champion. So he's won every single belt in WWE. You know, I think he wins this. It'd be cool. You know, he's won every single belt in WWE. You know, yeah, he never was the Universal champion. That's gone to that's gonna be scrapped at this moment in time. I think the the undisputed Universal champion will just become the WWE champion once again, or the championship. My apologies. The undisputed the Universal Championship will just become the WWE Championship once again. I think that Universal title, you know, I think they try to fill the void of the world title. You know that they unified both the WWE and the World Heavyweight Championship. You know, in 2013, and you know the start of the second brand split. They're trying to fulfill that void. Unfortunately, the Universal Championship, you know, the last 7 years, you know, I might do a future video on it, but I think the world title belt is way better. You know, the Universal title name, it's just it doesn't really mean anything. You know, what they're fighting? Aliens? That's just me, but like I have to go with Seth Rollins getting the victory over AJ Styles, man. I think Seth has gained a lot of momentum. You know, I think not just for the last few years, you know, he gained a lot of momentum. You know, his run as Universal Champion in 2019 completely flopped. I think he revived and redeemed his character, reinvented himself. He was the Monday Night Messiah, the SmackDown Savior. You know, I like when he's wearing these coats, wearing the sunglasses, you know, he has really reinvented himself for the last few years. You know, I think this is the time to put the belt on him. I like him as a heel. I think Seth as a heel plays better. He plays better as a heel than a babyface. That's just me. I think he's getting babyface reaction because of his gimmick. You know, same as Roman Reigns. You know, people are starting to react to him doing the one sign because they're kind of suckers babyfaces. You know, but good heels. So. That's it's really funny. It's really funny. Like, no, I don't know. If Seth Rollins is still. I think he's more of a tweener at this moment in time. He's not really a full blown babyface. But it's funny. Like Roman's a heel. You could say Rollins is kind of leaning. He's tweener leaning babyface, and right now John Moxley, former Dean Ambrose, is now a heel, part of the Blackpool Combat Club. Like I said, I'll talk about that group when I do my predictions for AEW's Double or Nothing 2023. So anyway, folks, that's my predictions for WWE Night of Champions 2023. What's your predictions for the show? Leave the thoughts, comments below. Smash the like button, click the like, click the bell, and subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. And this is Central Man officially signing out.